Yes, it's a great good afternoon. Welcome once again to the Vault on Galaxy Radio and Radio Flora with DJ Nyams. This show happens each and every single Sunday, whereby we look at different guests from different parts of the world, from the north to the east to the west and to the south. We tackle different topics, the exciting, the controversial, and the many more. And today we're in Nairobi in Kenya. And on the show today, I'm joined by Emmanuel Salano. Emmanuel, good afternoon and welcome to Radio Flora and Galaxy Radio.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you. And thank you so much for having me on your show.
Okay. But now we're going to change the script. He's now known as Nairobi Teacher. Exactly. So we're going to call him Nairobi Teacher, but then you get to understand why we call him Nairobi Teacher. And it's in this whole interview today. So to start off, let's start off to understand who is Nairobi Teacher. Where did Nairobi Teacher grow up? Where did you go to school? And, so that people begin to get a picture and understanding on who exactly you are.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay. Nairobi Teacher grew up in a very small town called Matunda in the western part of Kenya. And I went to school, high school. I went to a school called Matunda Secondary School. And then I went to campus, Kenyatta University, did theater arts and filming. Yes. And yeah, I started teaching. I did a lot of professions, and then I landed, the one that I'm famous for is now the teaching profession that I have been known for. That is where the name Nairobi Teacher comes from, because I used to teach in the city.
Okay, great. So Nairobi Teacher, in terms of career, what exactly are you? What do you do in terms of career?
In terms of career, right now I'm a YouTuber. Yes, I'm a YouTuber, and I also do business in the side. So that is what I'm doing right now at the moment.
Okay. So in terms of business, what type of business do you do?
Okay. I run a PlayStation shop, and I also do errands for people. People usually pay me, especially okay. I think that is a whole new topic where I don't want to go to, but if somebody has lost something of theirs, I usually do some tracking. I track down whatever they have lost, or the person that has taken something that belongs to them, and then I get paid for it. And while at it, I do content while doing that, so I get paid as a content creator, and I also get paid to do the task that I've been given.
Okay. Nairobi Teacher. Did Nairobi Teacher go to university? And if you did, what did you study?
Theater arts and filming. I think you didn't catch that.
Okay.
Theater arts and filming.
Okay. Theater arts and filming. Great. Yeah. So Nairobi Teacher, you run a YouTube channel. What motivated you to join YouTube and to do YouTube?
Okay, while I was teaching, I used to, okay, my career is acting, and I opened a YouTube channel to start doing my small actings and upload on YouTube. And then I met a friend, and we figured out, okay, we can do this YouTube to do some celebrity interviews and all that, and also interview acting celebrities, actors, most of them that are not covered in the media, so we can do interviews for them. So we opened a YouTube channel, and that is how I began that YouTube journey career. So I began by interviewing actors. Even my first interviews, it was celebrities who are actors, and then we expanded our scope to musicians, politicians, and all that. So that is how I started.
So how long have you been on YouTube? How many years?
I began in 2019, so that is pretty a long time. I think 5 years now.
Okay, yeah. Let's get into some of the controversies. I've been following you for quite a while, and I've been and you seem to be what they call a reactor. I've heard this term, positive reactor and negative reactor. What is a positive reactor and what is a negative reactor, in your own words? Because I don't understand that.
Okay, positive reactor and negative reactor. There is nothing like positive reactor and negative reactor. It is just a term that was used by a particular individuals that we used to criticize when we are doing this. So when we criticized them, they termed as negative, and then when the other people who were against us criticizing the people that they like, they termed them positive because they are in support of whatever they are doing. And for us, we were criticizing the things that they were doing. That is where the term negative and positive reactor came in. But there is nothing like positive and negative reactor. It's all about criticizing. So all of us are critics. We criticize their people. They criticize us for criticizing their people. So I don't see anything there.
Oh, okay. Nairobi teacher, when you do reaction videos, you understand? What's your goal?
Yeah.
What's your goal when you do reaction videos?
My goal is to create an impact of change and also create as much awareness as much as I can, because I react on things that I see. I react on things that I have personally experienced while doing this YouTube. I also react on things that people come to me to talk about their experiences. So my goal is to change the narrative. My goal is to save another person into falling victim of whatever I usually talk about, because I talk about a lot of so mine is to create awareness and also maybe probably one day persuade the people that are making others to be their victims probably to stop, because they'll be like, oh, this guy is so much on us, so maybe we should stop this.
Okay. Or you're creating awareness. Do you think at times that you're actually breaking the bridges rather than building them?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And most of the time, yes, I have broken those bridges. I have broken a lot of them. But when I know that my conscience is clear, I don't mind. As long as I know that my conscience is clear while breaking these bridges, I don't mind. But if I know that I'm doing it with negative intent, then that one will bother me. But it doesn't bother me as long as I know that my conscience is clear.
Okay. Nairobi teacher is seen as one guy who people have seen that is probably invincible in the manner whereby you fear nobody and you can cross any boundary, as long as you want to get something happen. Let me probably just refer you to two things. I've seen you in one of your last videos. You went to track down Kibe and you went to track down, I think, a guy called Mike. You understand? When you went on this mission, didn't you have any fear of anything that could happen or retaliation?
No. No. Okay. For me, I don't get afraid of anybody. Okay, what can I say? I don't even know how to put that. But for me, fear died a very, very long time ago. When I was young, I was affected. Anyway, it's a very long story, but there was a way that I was affected, and I think it really had a very, very some impact on me. So I don't understand the language that is called fear. For me, no, I don't. I have been attacked very many times. I have been pointed guns at on my head very many times. Even this car is a car that was caused by a gun. So for me, fear is not in my vocabulary.
As the Nairobi teacher, do you think you also have your controversies as an individual? Do you have your own controversies as an individual? Because I believe everybody's got their own controversies.
Yeah, I believe so. I just that maybe sometimes I don't know some of them, but yeah, a lot of people usually term me controversial, but that is their own saying and narrative.
Okay, so anyway, Nairobi teacher, we're just trying to build to get us to the point now where I want us to discuss. The reason why I brought you onto this show is I want to talk to you about this issue of abuse of young girls. Abuse of young girls. Over the past week or two, I've been following this YouTube community in Kenya, especially from the Nyaboansa region. There's been a lot of say and talk in regards to abuse of the young girls, right? We've seen some being arrested. We've seen some trying to clear their names. We've seen a lot of things. Maybe make me understand, if you understand what the laws of Kenya say in terms of issues of abusing the young girls or early child marriages in Kenya. What what does the Kenyan constitution say about this issue?
Okay. Kenyan constitution is very, very, how can I put it? But the Kenyan constitution is very, very clear and very strong. I don't know the particular articles in the constitution, but it's against child defilement, child molestation, early marriages of teenagers. The constitution is strictly against it, and anybody that is found violating any of those actions are taken, and they are taken very, very seriously. And it's very unfortunate that in some places it's not that strict enough because of the people that live there or the leadership that is there. But in some places, it's like if you do anything like that, it doesn't need YouTubers or people to come on social media and start crying. They will act immediately. But you see, we still have communities that are still lagging behind, and the leadership is still, because it used to be part of their culture for these early marriages. So they haven't fully evolved. But that does not mean that it's constitutionally correct. It's totally incorrect constitutionally. Yeah.
Oh, okay. At the current moment, I'm in contact with a couple of organizations in Kenya who are dealing with the issues of early child marriages, girls and women, and I'll definitely be having them on the show because we need to address this issue and find solutions to it. As a community, you understand, after these reports have come, they've been so disturbing, especially to a lot of us from who are in the international community, and this is really unacceptable, And we've seen fights, and we've seen what do you think could have been done to address these things in a much more better way? Because I feel now it's all over the internet, you understand? And everybody, as YouTube pays people, everybody's trying to make a story, even if they don't have facts about it, about this abuse. What would you suggest, or what do you think would have been done better in terms of addressing the issue of the abuse of the young girls?
Okay. First, for me, I think the most important thing is empowerment. These societies, these communities, these marginalized communities that are not aware, or maybe they are aware but they don't take these things seriously, they need to be empowered. We need to have, that education, mass education about the effects of early child marriages. We need to have mass education and mass empowerment to parents and these young girls at school and all that. We need to build and strengthen that, or keep on voicing over through even community to community, and even if it means door to door, going door to door, empowering these people, even if it means having a communion meeting every weekly or bi-weekly, it doesn't matter. But empowerment, it has to start there. It has to start there so that at least these things can now be, addressed properly. But I don't feel like even what we are doing, I know we are creating some impact, but it's not enough. As long as we have a lot of parents who are not on social media, they don't get to see this. They don't get to watch this. What needs to be done? People need to go in the ground to the community level to empower these people, to give them knowledge about these things. So that's my thought on it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to also be getting hold of what an organization also in Kenya, which they call themselves wait, just hold on. They call themselves Kenya Law Reform Commission, which they seem to be talking and addressing the issues of the girl child and early child marriage and everything. So now we're looking at this community. You understand? A lot of young girls have been abused, are being abused. You understand? The question is, you as Nairobi teacher, as someone who's always who wants to address issues, what is the way forward to resolve these issues? Because they've been happening, but they also need issues of information, education, and people to understand that what are the effects of early child marriage, you understand? And also the girls and even the parents to understand these things. What would be your solution to say the solutions could be A, B, and C?
First things first, some people, okay, for me right now at the moment, because of the ones that are still happening or the ones that have been caught doing it, first solution first, we have to get those people out of the society. The ones that have committed these crimes first, we get them out of the society so that they can serve as an example to others who make it seem like it's a normal thing, like it's something that they just usually do and they get away with it just that easily. Then the second solution is empowerment. Bro, I will insist on empowerment and empowering these young girls in the school, empowering their parents, because even if you empower a girl at school and you're not even empowering the parent, and probably even the parent got the mother through this early child marriage, they will not see it as wrong. And remember, we are dealing with a community where they're very poor. These communities are very poor. So a parent will be approached. You have heard stories. You have heard stories of parents being approached with less than 5 USD. And then somebody comes, take their daughter, they give them sugar, they give them what, and they take it. They don't see it as wrong. In fact, they see it as their cash cow. So if these people are empowered and are sensitized, they are made to know that these young girls are not their cash cow. These young girls are also supposed to go to school just like the male, the male child. That is where reforms start. But even if we keep on preaching and talking about it, and we're not empowering these parents who are at home, it will not be that impactful as it is supposed to. So we have to vocalize it on social media, and we also have to go to the ground and vocalize it on the ground. Empower the parents on the ground. Talk to them one-on-one on the ground.
So Nairobi teacher, in the Kenya Constitution, on chapter 4, part 3, and on section D, it says protecting to protect all children from abuse, neglect, harmful and cultural practices. Yeah, that's very clear. All forms of violence, inhuman treatment, and child labor. It's child labor. But we've seen in this community, some of these young kids actually become what you guys call mansons, which are handmen already at a very young age, and they're not going to school.
Yes.
And this very same constitution is addressing issue of all these kids have got the right to free education. How do we help that community of Nyabohanse in order for them to understand this is something in the constitution and this is a law?
That one has to start with parents. Okay, that has to start with parents, because if I believe if you as a parent you provide all the needs for your child will have no reason to go and start working at a construction site so that they can get money to go and pay school fees, or so that they can get money to come and bring it back home for the parents. You see, most of these parents, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it's the fact that is on the ground. Most of these parents, they kind of forget themselves, and whenever they get maybe 20 shillings, 30 shillings, or 50 shillings, they go and they start drinking this local brew alcohol, which is it's available very cheaply. So they neglect their own family. You find that now a child, we have seen children going to do construction in very famous YouTubers there in Nyabohanse. And when they are interviewed and asked, why did you go to do that work? You hear their reasons. Oh, I don't have school fees. And what about your father and your mother? Oh, no, my father is just there. My mother is just there. What do they do for a living? Nothing. Okay. So you find this child is now taking care of themselves.
Okay. Nairobi teacher, do you think YouTube should demonetize some of these accounts of those people
Yes.
who are going to be found in these actions and activities in what goes? At the end of the day, I feel like when YouTube pays some of these YouTubers, they are taking that same money to exploit these young girls. So YouTube seems to be indirectly also being the cause of this problem. Do you think YouTube should demonetize some of these accounts and stop this issue of paying these people, because that same money from YouTube is the one causing these whole problems and stuff?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so. And it's very, very unfortunate. YouTube is a very big organization, yes. And what YouTube values most is money. And YouTube doesn't care how these things are being used. Okay, it takes it. I don't know what it will take for them to demonetize those accounts, but a lot of people have tried addressing YouTube on the same issue. I have had my own subscribers who have told me they have contacted YouTube and all that, but nothing has ever happened. Why? Because YouTube believes that is none of their business. You see, so yes, YouTube is a very contributing. They are very, like, they are contributors of what is happening in this village. They are
Okay.
contributors of all these minors that are being abused and misused. So
no, trust me, YouTube will do something. There are people who will take that up, because I'm one of those people who actually also want to take it up with YouTube. You understand? Because those issues have to be addressed in terms of, we need, as much as YouTube is for entertainment, but we cannot get YouTube to be the one helping to fuel the issue of what of the young girls being abused and exploitation. And then this now let's look in terms of subscribers. One thing about most of the subscribers who subscribe to most of these YouTube channels are from the West, are from developed countries where there are good ethics, laws, and everything in terms of. And what do you think the subscribers also? Because some of these subscribers are the same people who keep supporting these things, and they know that they've been reports of so and so doing such a thing. They keep supporting, they keep giving money, and they keep, you understand, what has to be done, because at the end of the day, there's a whole clan which is helping in fueling the abuse of that girl. But at the end of the day, is the young girl is one that suffers. You know, a subscriber is going to give me 20 euro from a life. I'm going to take that money. I'm going to buy beer. I'm going to give 100 shilling to that girl. The next thing I'm going to abuse her. But she's also in need. And the parents might even allow this to happen, because the parents probably also want money for sugar, for bread, or for whatever. In terms of the subscriber, what would you say to that subscriber?
Okay, guys, okay. I have personally been back and forth with these subscribers. Even right now, as you're speaking, there is one who just came on my comment section and told me, you know what? Okay, you are aware there was a YouTuber who was arrested. I'm not going to mention any names.
Yes.
You are aware of that. And I highlighted that yesterday, and I showed my disappointment of that YouTuber being released from jail. Now, there is a subscriber who came on my comment section and told me, you know what? We are going to support that guy up to the end, and there is nothing that you can do about it. So I believe that some of these subscribers are also perpetrators of everything that is happening. They're actually not some. These subscribers are the reasons why all these things that are happening in Nyabohanse are happening. They are the reason why YouTubers are fighting YouTubers. They are the reasons why minors are getting implemented. They are the reasons why people are getting scammed and people are fighting over money. Why? If imagine where we have YouTubers who are just doing YouTube content and they are getting money paid directly to them by just YouTube, without being filtered or without being given money by these subscribers, things will not be the way that they are there. Things will not be the same. But most of them, they have money, and it's because subscribers, you can do a YouTube video and earn 10,000 Kenyan shillings, but a subscriber out of that video will send you 50,000 Kenyan shillings or 100,000 Kenyan shillings because they are happy with that video. Okay, so these subscribers are the contributors, are actually the reasons why everything that is happening there is happening. And it's very, very unfortunate that some of them do not see that they are making mistakes.
Okay, Nairobi teacher, I think we need to get we need to get a thermometer to check your temperature, because your temperature is becoming high. Anyway, it's a joke for another day. So I've been seeing some of the YouTube videos that are put up, and you can tell that some of these YouTubers are indirect scammers. They will tell you a story, you understand, which is pitiful, which is sorrowful. They want people to feel sympathy for them, but they're forgetting that a subscriber out there is working so hard, and you're just giving these guys money, yet they're sitting on the backside. You get what I'm saying? But I feel that YouTube seems to be now destroying that certain communities, because everybody feels if I go on YouTube, if I just say anything which is controversial, you understand, at the end of the day, they can eat something. They can just do a YouTube video crying, you understand, crying, this, and then people feel sympathy, and these guys get money. So, so end of the day, I feel YouTube and subscribers, instead of building a community, is indirectly damaging what? Damaging a community.
Destroying.
Some of these communities are not, because some people have become professional liars, you understand? And they can paint a narrative which is even not there. They can tell a lie that I can tell that this is fake, and this is true. This is not truth. And two, now let's talk about issues of YouTubers, subscribers being scammed. Because I've seen you going to talk, address Kibe's issue and Mike's issue after it seemed there was an allegation of being scammed. You understand? As subscribers listen to you today, you understand? What's your message to them in terms of being scammed and them just putting their investment without doing due diligence and without doing it the legal way?
Okay, now I hope you can hear me clear. It's raining now. Yeah, it's raining, so I hope you can get me.
We are trying. It's not as good, but we're trying.
These are subscribers. For example, the one who was scammed or who is being scammed by that subscriber is one of those subscribers that watched a video that I exposed to Mike of scamming a woman 11,000 USD and another one 6,000 USD. And then she felt like, I am jealous of this guy. Now she was doing it to get back at me. Okay? She was doing it to show me that, yo, you are jealous of this guy. That's why you're saying that he's scamming people. Until it happened to her. She came back to me crying and saying, I wish I could have listened. And when she wanted my help, I told her, you know what? You're going to pay me, and you're not going to pay me cheaply, because I have been talking about this. I have been amplifying this, and you guys never listen. You guys never take due diligence because you want shortcuts. In Kenya, if you are a foreigner, you can't own land, but you can still purchase land on lease. And the best way to do it is through an advocate, through a lawyer. They don't want to pay lawyers' fees. They want shortcuts. They want to use NT because they give NT $20 and the NT will go and look land for them. What happens next? NT is like, okay, becoming greedy and refuses to give the land back to them. But if they could have gone through a lawyer through proper channel, these things would not be happening. So I feel like they are also to blame as much as the scammers are to blame, because these things have been there. Reactors have been there reacting about these issues, but they don't listen. All they keep on defending these scammers with is, you are jealous. You are jealous. Create your own content. You are jealous. So they are to blame equally.
Okay. Yeah. All right, yeah, listen to Galaxy Radio Florida, broadcasting live, clear and proud, and from the heart and soul of Germany. My name is going to be DJ Nyams. The show is called The Vault, and today we're in Nairobi, Kenya, where I'm talking to a guy called Nairobi Teacher, and we're just talking about who's Nairobi Teacher. Wanted to understand about, but initially what I really tried to get hold of him was the issues of abuse, the young girls being abused, and we wanted to address that issue. So anyway, Nairobi Teacher, because now we're getting bad signal from you, and time is never a friend, Thank you so much for coming onto The Vault, and we hope to be catching up with you on other shows. So to those who want to follow you, those who want to find you, how do they look for you? How do they contact you?
Well, if you want to find me, just search on YouTube, Nairobi Teacher, Instagram, Nairobi Teacher, Facebook also Nairobi Teacher. Those are my social media accounts. You can get there and get in touch with me. I usually don't give my personal number until we have actually linked either on Instagram or email, then I'll give out my number. Otherwise, that's where they can find me, and hopefully seeing some of you there.
Okay. So on Facebook, it's Nairobi Teacher. TikTok, no, Facebook Nairobi Teacher. YouTube Nairobi Teacher. Instagram Nairobi Teacher. That's where you can find him. Anyway, my name is Nairobi Teacher Nyams, and keep listening to The Vault right here on your big station. Is the Big Truth on each and every Sunday. And let's play you some more great music. You can also go and like the YouTube channel Nyams Escapades. That's where you can also then watch and watch this interview. Please do like, share, and subscribe to all the YouTube channels. But right here on your number one station, this is Galaxy Radio, and yeah, we're gonna live and love you on a beautiful Sunday. So, Nairobi Teacher, from me to you, thank you so much, and we catch you on the next show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Really, really.
All right, great. This is The Vault, and more great music on a big station. It's time for the old school.